Frank Miles.
But first, in the spirit of giving, I want to teach somebody here how to tell a joke. You, sir, second row, right there. Oh, no, stay right there. This is okay. This is a clean joke. Anybody can tell this joke, all right? Man goes to the doctor, and he says his back hurts. And the doctor asks him, oh, when you bend forward? And the man says, no. And the doctor says, well, is it backwards? And the man says, no. And the doctor says, well, is it side to side? And the man says, no. And finally the doctor says, well, when does it hurt? And the man says, oh, it hurts when I do this. Do you get it? He gets it. You tell it. Come on up. No. That's right. No, that's okay. That's okay. Go ahead. No, I'm just joking around. It's okay. So now I know many of you are thinking, that man is strange. But is he unusual? Is he a man with unique gifts? Is he a man with rare abilities? No, not really, no. I mean, I'm not. Honestly, I'm not. I'm just an ordinary guy who can juggle a little bit. Other than that, I'm pretty like anybody else. Underneath it all, I just want people to like me. Do you like me? Yeah. I knew you would. I like you, actually. I was just, honestly, I feel like a bond growing between us. It's nice, it's warm and fuzzy. Hold me. Come here. Come on. There you go. Oh, see that? No, you will. See, this actually takes a lot of courage. Tell you what, not every man will hug a strange man in public, and even fewer would have grabbed my butt like that. So, no, it's true, I do want you to like me, but I'm not up here trying to show off. I want to make that clear. I'm not up here trying to impress you. I just want to share with each and every one of you some of the amazing things that I can do and you cannot. But you could. You could. That's what's important. And I am actually going to show you, I'm going to teach everyone here how to juggle 3 knives right here, right now, by giving away the secret method that I developed when I was starting. This is how I began. Watch and learn. Ah! That's how I started. In case you're wondering if the knives are sharp, quick demonstration for you here. Even the handles are razor sharp. All right. This is the basic 3-knife juggling pattern. From this pattern, you can perform literally hundreds of amazing knife juggling tricks. I've seen them, they're neat. Why do tricks? Because it makes it more dangerous for me and more exciting for you. But I like to make it more dangerous for you. Yeah. And now it's a little bit more exciting for me. Hi. Do you like me? Yeah. Hey, now this is fun. Watch this. Leaping back onto the stage without breaking the rhythm of the juggle. There you go. Now, I'm sideways. No, please, both of you, stop. I'm sideways so you can see the knives are spinning once as they pass from hand to hand. Twice as hard, the double spin. This may not look very hard, but you have to remember, I have been drinking since late last night. No, wait, hang on to that applause. Very good, well done. No, I'm actually used to silence there. No, because I practice for thousands of hours with nobody around, just me and myself. It's the same principle that made me a great lover. A little bit of knife juggling, thank you. Thank you. Lots of folks ask me, how do you juggle stuff like blades and fire? Is there a secret? There is, a real one, and I'm going to tell you this time. How do jugglers juggle blades and fire? We don't. We never have. No juggler in the history of man has ever done that. We juggle handles. The handle is the only thing that I'm ever looking at up here. The handle is the part that's my responsibility. It's what's up to me. It's where I can get a grip, where I can act or react. But when I focus on the handle, the other end takes care of itself. And the wonderful thing is, every fear you've ever had has got a handle. I joked around. I said that I wanted you to like me. That wasn't actually a joke. I do want people to like me. I wanted it a little too much. And that's why I was terrified of people. Terrified. It's what they called social phobia. All I knew was that I couldn't speak to anyone. And now I'm here. I'm not afraid of people anymore. And I'll tell you why. Because that fear has a handle too. Every relationship you'll ever have is just like this knife. There's only two parts to a relationship. There's what goes in, what you put in, and what might or might not come back. I was always focused on the blade. I was always focused on getting mine, and that's not up to me. But the handle was there in front of me the whole time. The handle is service. What can I give? Love, compassion. These things are always up to us. This is the handle. But when you focus on that, the other end will take care of itself. So, I had other fears, not just people. I was afraid of change. It's actually the reason I became a juggler. Juggling is a 10,000-year-old art form, if you want to call it that. And in all that time, there's been very little innovation, practically none. It's fair to say that there's absolutely nothing new in juggling. Until now. This is a 1.5 million volt stun gun. That is enough electricity to knock a grown man right off his feet. I'm not asking you to take my word for that, so will you stand up for just a second? All right. 1.5 million volts, 3 million volts altogether, 4.5 million volts of electricity. It is a scientifically established fact that if I catch 2 of these on the wrong end at exactly the same time, that will suck. But I'm going to give it a shot. So, a little mood music, if you would. Here we go. Still like me? Yeah. Change is good. Change is good, but it's still frightening. I know you guys are going through a lot of change. There's changes in the economy. There's changes in government regulation. There's changes in technology. Social media is revolutionizing the way we relate to each other. Yes, you can reach your clients more readily. So can your competition. What is the handle for that? Well, you prepare. You learn. It's what you're doing here. This entire meeting is a giant handle, and you should all be very proud that you're grabbing it. You're going to learn new things here, but that brings us right around to change again, and it brings us to the heart of what fear is all about. Aristotle said that fear is the presentiment of harm. That just means fear is what you feel when you're expecting something bad. You go to your dentist to get your teeth cleaned. He takes a look and says, we're going to have to use gas. Then he asks you if you'd like some. Fear is what you feel when you are expecting that something bad will happen. And the bad thing isn't the worst part of it. It happens and you'll deal with it. The worst part of it is the expectation. It causes tension. You can almost feel the tension building now. Sometimes you can feel it better when I'm closer. You feel the tension building? You feel the tension building? Can you feel? Tension! You come here. It's all right. It's okay. Okay. You gotta let the tension go. You gotta let it go. Yeah, you have to let it go, otherwise it comes out as gas anyway. And I'll tell you everything I know about fear. It's really always about one thing. It's always about the same thing. Fear is about the unknown. We look into the unknown, and the first thing we wonder is what is out there that is bad. And that's not wrong, but it's only half right. Because the unknown is the birthplace of all possibility, good and bad. And the handle for the unknown is just this. It's just optimism. It's remembering that sometimes what's waiting for you out there is something amazing. Yes, change brings challenges, but it always brings the solutions right along with it. Because the unknown is an amazing place. It's full of wonderful things, and even a little bit of magic, too. So speaking of the unknown, I mentioned that I died. I was in a hang gliding accident, and people often ask me, how did it happen? In terms both aerodynamic and aeronautical, I hit the ground. A more interesting question is, why did it happen? And it happened because I was more afraid of living than I was afraid of dying. I figured if I died, that was the end of things and no worries. But living meant facing my fears. Living meant trying and maybe failing. It meant embarrassment. It meant maybe I would have to accept that I wasn't the man I wanted to believe I was, and that was too frightening. I didn't want to admit I was a coward, so I started doing crazy things. I went hang gliding with no lessons. I strapped it on, and I jumped off a cliff. But I had forgotten to learn one of the advanced techniques, turning. I crashed into the first outcropping of rocks. I smashed into it about 50 miles an hour. It crushed my rib cage, shattered my ribs, tore open my right lung. I started bleeding internally. I lost too much blood. I stopped breathing. My heart stopped beating. And then they brought me back. And to this day, I think that there is a reason that they brought me back. And that is, I was fully insured. Absolutely. Doctors don't like to work for free. I don't know why I got a second chance, but I got the best handle of my whole life out of it. I got the handle of perspective, and I have to show you this one, but I need a little help. Is Todd out there? I asked him to find me somebody. Todd Ruby. Give Todd a round of applause. Come on up here, Todd. Brilliant. Thank you. I scoped you out earlier, and I picked you because you got a watch on, don't you? Yeah. I want to borrow your watch, if I may. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now, a watch is not just a timepiece. A watch is also a symbol. It's a symbol of success and status. Stuff that I want, everybody wants. So, Todd, this is success and status. Let me grab something else over here. This is a 12-pound bowling ball. So this is status, and this is fate. All right? Now we're also going to throw in a ping pong ball that knocks everything out of balance, so I like to call this one chance. So metaphorically speaking, this is life. There's things we value, along comes fate, along comes chance. Where are the handles? We're going to show them. Are you ready? Sure. All right, stretch out right down here. Yeah, stretch out right down there. Slide down on your back, if you would. Yeah, right on the floor there. If you, yes, on your back. It's a family show. All right, that's great, brilliant. Let me get you like a pillow or something here. This is carpeted, but it's wood underneath. So, oh, I'm sorry. There you go. I'm okay. Are you comfortable now? All right, I wouldn't be either. All right, you can put your hands anywhere you want. Yeah. Don't laugh. A lot of guys go back and forth for a long time until they figure out, hey, I can use this without this, but that's up to you. So, now, before I do a stunt like this for real, I have to do it once in my mind's eye. Okay. Your chances are really good. Seriously, no, seriously, what are the odds I'd blow this 3 times in a row? Hup. You better hope they applaud really soon, man. Yeah! You did it, Todd. Hop on up here. That's brilliant. Thank you so much. And I want to ask you, I know you're ready to leave, but one thing. Were you thinking about your watch down there?
No.
Not at all. Give him another big round of applause, and thank you so much. Can anybody guess why, when he was lying down there on the stage with a 12-pound bowling ball flying over his head, Todd was not thinking about status? He had a little perspective. That's why. Every one of you here knows that you have to take risks if you want to succeed, but you know what we forget? We forget what we're risking. Because we're programmed to respond to risk like it's life and death. Every time, every risk, life and death. And it's not. We're not risking life and death. 9 times out of 10, you're risking your ego. You're risking some status. You're risking a little self-image. That's perspective, to remember that. Step back and see. And that allows you to risk ego. And when you can do that, then you play to win instead of playing not to lose. And that's a very, very different game. So I'm going to close up here by facing 2 of my deepest fears. Yes, I was afraid of people. I was afraid of change. But I was terrified of heights and fire. So, for heights, I brought this 6-foot unicycle, and I will be juggling fire with these 3 torches. Now, I never knew why I was afraid of heights and fire. I never knew why until I went into Freudian analysis. And a lot of people said, well, hey, come on, that doesn't really work, the talking cure. But you know what? We traced my fear of heights and fire. We traced it back to an incident that happened when I was just 5 years old, when my mom lit me on fire and shoved me off the roof. We still think that's where it started. The handle is where I can get a grip, but what if I can't? Sometimes the only handle is where we can get a grip. I can't jump up on this unicycle unless it's stable, so I need a little help. I'm going to have my last 2 volunteers come up, and that is Aaron and Ryan. Are you guys around? Yeah? Okay. Oh, that's half of you. Well, we'll grab some other, oh no, it's both of you. These are my last volunteers. Give them a round of applause. Brilliant. Thank you. Terrific. Okay, guys, so here's what we're going to do. I want you to grab the stem like this, right, and put your right foot in front of the tire. You're going to mirror him. You also grab the stem and, put this down there like that. Okay, and you put your right foot behind the tire. Okay, and on the count of 3, I will vault up to the seat in one smooth motion. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. 1, 2. We're almost there. Vaulting to the seat. Here we go. I'm vaulting in one smooth motion up to the seat. Almost there. We're just about, that's good. Good, no, that helps, that helps. You're boosting me. That's good. All right, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Take your feet away. All right, take your feet away. Go ahead, take your feet away. Brilliant. All right, go ahead and remove your hands. That's great. And Ryan, I want you to sit down and give Ryan a big round of applause. There we go. All right. Aaron, would you stay up here for another minute? Sure, that's fine. Okay. Okay, Aaron, I want you to grab one of those torches by the white handle and just hold the wick end up towards me if you would, please. Yes, exactly, that's it. One at a time. There we go. Okay, try to stand still if you can. Okay. All right, okay, that's good. Okay, get a second one. It's right down there. There you are. And get the last one, if you would. And we are lighting the final torch. We are lighting the final. You have fire too. You can just put them together. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Give me that one. Well, the other one, sorry. Okay. That's great. And would you just step aside for a second here? I might need you in a moment. All right, hang on right there. Here we go. This is where the performer warns the audience, please, don't any of you attempt this at home. But personally, I figure there are so many stupid people in the world, we can afford to lose a couple. Hey, these smoke alarms work great. That's good to know. Here we go. Oh, I thought I was going to do it too. Yeah! Yeah! Thank you. And thank you. Woo! I want to leave you with this thought. You cannot run away from fear. It will encircle you and it will creep in. Sooner or later, you have to face your fear. Or not. No, you do. Because in the end, there's only one way out of fear. And that's through it. Keep your eye on the handle. Thank you.